Hi everybody, I'm Amanda the G, and a little bit ago I made a video on what it's like to be in an open concept office, and here is a little update to that. So my entire office has finally moved to the open concept, which took months to do because we had all sorts of construction. Obviously, when you have to take out cubes and offices and everything and make it open, it takes forever, and the construction is still going on, which, oh my god, can you just hang doors faster at this point, because I just cannot take it. But that aside, we are all in the open concept, which means nobody has a space. What my company has done, which I guess kind of makes sense, is they figured out what percentage of people do not come in every single day, and that's for things like they're sick or they're working from home or they're on vacation or they're traveling for the company or whatever, and they've decreased the number of seats by that many people, so then they don't have like extra spaces. So in my department area, there's like 3 less seats, and it's also very difficult to book some of these rooms because since there's no office anymore, any conversation that needs to happen outside of the earshot of absolutely everyone kind of has to happen in one of these collaboration rooms. There's kind of no other way. It's already very loud in the whole thing, and when people have conference calls, it's very loud, and there's all sorts of echoes that you hear because people are on the same conference calls and they're in different locations. But so far, if you're wondering how I feel about this open concept, I vehemently hate it, just like I vehemently hated it before. It's not good for me personally. There are some things that are good that I appreciate, like now I can be closer to some of the people that are in different parts of the business that I have to communicate with more frequently, so I can sit closer to them, like right across from them, and look up and ask them something as opposed to sending them an email and then bugging them that way. So that's kind of helpful. I can also see like when they're not busy to be able to bug them that way. And yes, the desks are sit to stand desks, so you can kind of lower them down or raise them up, but the chairs are completely uncomfortable. The monitors are not used to their whole setup because they're brand new, so anytime someone walks, they shake. And then when you're trying to adjust them, if you touch them a little bit, they go boing, and they fly all the way to the other side, and you just didn't want them to go that far. I just wanted to move it just like an inch, and it went all the way somewhere else. So they're really obnoxious to kind of set up, and I think that it's kind of hard when you go in because you start in the morning. So I'm used to going to a desk that is set up the best way it can be set up for me. And now I don't have that. So now I go into a generalized workstation and spend a good 15 minutes setting it up the best way I can set it up for me, because it just takes that long to move everything around and to readjust all of the parts of the chair and to readjust all the monitors and to move everything like the desk up and down and to get your computer out and your keyboard out and your mouse out and set everything up, that it just takes forever. And also on that note, it takes longer to leave because now you can't just unplug your computer and go. You have to unplug your computer, pack up all of your stuff, take everything you had, put it in your tackle box, because that's what we're calling these things, and then put it into your locker and then go. So it's all of these extra steps that we didn't have to do before. It's also very, very awkward to eat at your desk because that's what I'm used to doing. I would just eat at my desk and I'd open up like Facebook or YouTube or something else and do my own personal stuff, which I'm allowed to do on my break, and just eat my lunch at my desk. Well, now everybody can see your screens and everybody's watching you all of the time. So what that means is now you have to leave your desk at lunch and go and sit in like the social hub, which is basically a high school cafeteria, and I'm saying that because I go to a table and sit by myself. It's really difficult to be that impersonal, and I think it's also like we're not used to it yet, so we don't know like where the seat numbers are, so it makes like getting mail more difficult because now you just have to get IMs from people like you have mail, where are you, and then no one knows where that is. It's also very hard to not have a full cube worth of space, so when we're doing things that take up a lot of space, we just don't have it anymore. I've suggested that we get card tables for the department, like folding card tables. They're not that expensive. I have some, so they're clearly not that expensive. But if you can just have them and have them off to the side, and that way when you need them, you pull them out, you set them up, you use them for a little bit, and then you can put them away when you're done. There's also the whole I've literally sat at the same desk every single day thing, which I'm not the only one, and a lot of people are moving around and some people are very angrily like, that's my spot, and technically we don't have spots, and I know I won't be able to keep my same desk every single day, but I like having the same one because then it's less fiddling with it every day that I have to do in order to make it fit me. I think it's just one of those things that I'm gonna have to get used to, but it is incredibly distracting. I will say that. It is very distracting. Anytime somebody moves, my monitors shake. So I know anytime someone is walking, it's very hard to hear people on phone calls and on conference calls, and it's not a great environment. We're not exactly thrilled about it, and to be forced into it as opposed to being like surveyed about it is kind of difficult. It'd be one thing if I had started a brand new job and that's the way it is, and if the new job that I get at the end of all of this is an open concept, I will get used to it and it will be okay and I will handle it. But having a job where you were in cubes and it was very defined as cubes, and then all of a sudden the business is like, we're gonna do this and we don't care what you think about it, that's where there's really a problem. Anyway, that's it for this little update on how the open concept office is going. It's not great is the general summary. Let me know if you want me to make more of these videos as I kind of get more used to this thing. And if you like this video, click the like button and subscribe to my channel. I make a new video every Tuesday and Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah. Filming this one video, there's been like 12 planes going by. It's really frustrating to film because I have all of this stuff to edit out of me just sitting there waiting.